Game Pass, Game Pass. Got it on my PC and my Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
Xbox.
Well, of course it happened. What's going on, everybody? It's Kata, aka Khalil Too Short, and today we're going to be talking about the price hikes of your video games, consoles, and accessories that are coming from Microsoft, which is exactly how I felt when I saw the news this morning. But before we get too deep into it, make sure that you do 3 things for me: like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And if you don't do all 3 of those things, then prices aren't the only things that's going to be hiked up your ass.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now let's get into it. A few weeks ago, after the Nintendo Direct, and the price got leaked about the console and the video games, with Mario Kart clocking in at a smooth 80 bones, we all knew that everybody else in the AAA industry was rubbing together their grimy hands like flies on a wall, looking at a piece of cake that you just left on the table. We already knew EA's greedy ass was looking, 2K Take-Two's ass was looking, and of course Sony and Microsoft can't be one up by Nintendo, so we all expected it to happen. But I would be a liar if I said that I thought that Xbox was going to be the first ones to come out. I know it says during the holiday season that some of their video games are going to jump up from $70 to $80, but starting in May, your console that is 5 years old, your controller that is 5 years old, your headsets, and all these other things that are a generation behind are gonna be upped in price. How much in price, you might ask? Well, let's go through it real quick so you can just see the dumb of Microsoft. I don't even know if I'm still in the limits of like cursing for like the YouTube censors. I don't give a shit. This is stupid. Let's go through it real quick. So let's start at the top, shall we? Let's just get all the dumb assery out of the way right now. Starting with the Xbox Series S, which is the lesser version of the console, mind you, and with less storage, with this being the 512 gigabyte version of the console, it's gonna go from $299 to $379. So the lesser than version of your console is now jumping up $80, as well as the 1 terabyte version of your lesser than console. So you already know that their flagship is going to be doing something crazy. What the hell? You're going up $100? The Xbox Series X digital, work with me real quick. The digital version that does not come with a physical disc drive, which means all games that you purchase are digitally, which means they don't spend a lot of money on the digital versions of video games because you're only licensing out the license of the game digitally. It's going up $100. And also the physical regular Xbox Series X is going up $100 as well. You're already losing in the console war for the last 2 generations. Nobody's buying an Xbox because everything's a fucking Xbox. My watch is an Xbox, my fridge is an Xbox, the Leap Pad that my daughter plays on is an Xbox. Nobody cares about your platform, so of course charging everybody else $100 more for your shitty fucking box is definitely gonna make people go, oh, maybe I want to jump into the Microsoft ecosystem, you fucking retards. And if you didn't think that was dumb, if you thought that was the worst of it, their Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition is going up from $599 to $729.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what version of this Xbox it is to be charging $730 for it. Let's see what it comes with. Let's just check this out, because what in the hell? It has 2 terabytes of storage. So that means that you need to spend upwards to $730 for a console. Bro, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dog. I can't even deal, bro.
But wait, there's more.
Look at these controller prices. The core one is $64, but if you want one with a special little color, it comes with $5 extra. The special edition and limited edition, they're going up $10 extra. The Elite Series 2 Core, I don't even know what that is jumping up $10 extra. But the Xbox Elite Series 2 Full, I don't even know what that means, is going up $20. So if you want an Elite controller, hold on, let me show you real quick, because I know I got one. Here we go. If you want this right? The Elite Series 2, which is comparatively a garbage controller because the RB button always fucks up. You see how the rubber's coming off? You see how the rubber's coming off? That happens. This is my third one. They always do that. This is from a third-party website, which is Scuff, which means you know this controller won't break and it is worth the price. This is from the manufacturer, Microsoft. So it's gonna be $200 for a goddamn controller, almost the price as the original Xbox Series S when it released 5 fucking years ago.
Hey, no, stop, just calm down, don't do it.
I was trying not to get angry, but the more I think about it, the more egregious it becomes. You're charging an arm, leg, arm, head, and a dick for a console that's 5 years old, man. That is stupid. And you wanna know what's funny? You wanna know what the most hilarious thing about all of this is there are two arguments going on right now on the internet. There are people that are blaming Nintendo because they upped the price of Mario Kart to $80 and kind of set the precedent for all these other companies to go forward with. That's a very valid argument, but you can't just say it's on Nintendo. These other companies have the ability to say, no, we're not going to do that. Especially Microsoft being the last in the console wars for the last 2 generations. You would think they would go, maybe we shouldn't do what our competitors are doing. Maybe we should try to be a price-friendly company since we're getting dog-fucked by all these other ones. But no, they decided to do it anyway. And the second argument, which is the most hilarious one, is that this is to blame on the Trump tariffs. My nigga in Christ, they were already going to up the prices on all of these video games before the tariffs. That's why Nintendo did that shit first. And if it was because of the tariffs, if it was because the hardware is going to cost more to manufacture, then why do the digital games get increased $10 extra as well as the physical ones? Again, a digital game does not take a lot to manufacture and it doesn't take a lot to do any of that. You're just licensing out your game to a digital platform. So why is that also going up $10? And you're not even counting tax. They tax you on digital fucking games. So it's going up like an extra $13 or $14. Why? Because these companies are fucking greedy. There is no excuse you can use to justify a company raw dogging their fucking customers just because they want to pinch you for every single nickel and dime you have. I hate the argument of, oh, you must be broke then. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if I had Donald Trump money. I'm not spending an arm and a leg for a video game. That is stupid. All you're gonna do is make the AAA gaming industry crash even faster than it already was. And the worst part about all of it is you're not even counting the microtransactions. Oh yes, you know that EA's dirty fucking ass is looking at all this like, man, Microsoft, they're gonna charge $80 for their first party games. All right, well, we're gonna charge $90 for Madden. That's a reskin of a game that we released 2 years ago, but it's not gonna have the same functions as a game that released 15 years ago. And then on top of that, they're gonna charge you money for microtransactions with their My Team and all those player cards. And then also, you're gonna have first party games and quotations that are going to come out at $80 that aren't even worth $40. Imagine that. South of Midnight just released a month ago and that game was objectively mid and they were charging, I think, $50 for it. But if it's a first party studio game, it's gonna come out at $80. Do you think that game is worth $80? I got another one for you. Dragon Age the Veilguard. BioWare is under EA. So if all of this was happening before Dragon Age the Veilguard came out and EA said, hey, we're gonna start charging $80 for our first party video games, and Dragon Age the Veilguard will be the first one to do that. Do you think that game is worth $80? And if that doesn't scare you, just fucking imagine how much GTA 6 is going to cost when it gets announced in a few months. We all were already scared that they were gonna charge $100 for a base video game, but now that the precedent has been set at 80, fucking Rockstar's gonna be like, we dropping $150 on y'all niggas, and y'all gonna pay for it too. This entire thing is scary. There's no justification for it. You're in an industry with record layoffs. Last year, y'all had record layoffs, and this year, you've already laid off more than you did last year. People already aren't spending $70 on your video game, so why the fuck do you think they're gonna spend $80? It is objectively, emotionally, morally, or anything else retarded. It is dumb. Anybody that tries to justify this change, you are a part of the problem. It has nothing to do with being broke. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with stop fucking over your customers.
Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
All in all, fuck Microsoft. That's how I feel about it. This is a very angry video. I didn't anticipate to get this angry when I started recording, to be honest, but the more I started thinking about it, the more upset I got, because this is not going to stop. The Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order sold out in a fucking hour. So all these companies got the green light because you dumb motherfuckers was falling for FOMO and said, we're just gonna raise the prices on a medium that's already shit in the bed. I was already under the assumption that they shouldn't have had a base level for all video game prices to start with. Some $60 games aren't worth $60, and some $40 games might be worth $60. I just felt like this scaling was off to begin with, but once you set that bar, you set that bar. And if you had did these things gradually, if you had introduced more quality games that were worth the price, I don't think you will be getting the backlash that you are. But we just went up from 60 to 70 like I think a year and a half ago, and we're already on the road to 80. I mean, what's next? They're going to be paying a phone bill for a video game? This is, oh, it makes me angry, dude, just thinking about it. And what makes me more angry is there's still gonna be a dumbass out there that's gonna buy it. You know they're fucking you. I've said this before. You know these companies are literally bending you over, taking a steel rod and shoving that thing up your ass with no lube, but you're still gonna bend over for them. You're still gonna fall for the FOMO. You're still gonna say, well, there's nothing I can do, even though you have literally all the power because you are the customer with the money. You're still gonna let these companies rake your balls over the coals, smack them with a hammer, and then not even have the decency to thank you. And then you're gonna go home and play your stupid fucking video game. It's not just the corpos, it's you. The shill that's gonna be in my comments saying, well, you must be a broke boy, or oh my god, it's you. You and these corporations are the issue. Let me know what you think down below. Do you like this? I'm sure you don't, but if you're a dumbass for some reason and you like it, put it down in the comments so I can eviscerate you. And if you're smart, put that down in the comments as well. But until next time, y'all be easy. I will see you on the next one. Peace out, man.